against Cunupia FC as Chevin Caesar finds himself at the end of a rogue tackle. You'll have to rub that off. Punangaran is known more for his silky skills and tackling, putting in a heavy one. Here's Daniel. Oh, that's a good pass from Daniel, opening the door, but maybe too long. And that just goes out of possession. It's been a story so far for Cunupia FC. It's only 6 minutes gone, but they haven't really connected the dots in terms of build-up.
I think as well, James, the tempo of the game has been quite slow by Cunupia. They seem to be almost in cruise control. And I was expecting them to be a bit more the aggressor, simply because of what's at stake. A win tonight in this fixture, and they would be 2 points clear of Terminex La Horquetta Ranger, who is next to play.
Certainly would put pressure on the leaders if Cunupia were to get a win. Would leapfrog La Horquetta and Police FC. Tied with Police on 9 points. Here comes the Yellow Army. Finding Poon. Oh, he's showing good feet. Benny trying to switch the point of the attack. Hong his man. And can he get something? Well, easy for the goalkeeper. Nice communication there. Just saying keep calm. Discovered. Kevin Graham, of course, in goal for Cunupia. Veteran goalkeeper, Kevin Graham. Well, he's running himself into some trouble. And Cunupia tried to wiggle their way out of it. And they're pushing forward with space on the right side to get a good cross in. Well, it's too easy in the end for Cian Thomas, the captain. Win it back, though. Caesar. And for the second time in this match, he's gone to ground. This time the whistle songs. Certainly not giving him any space, Kevin Caesar. Here's Woodley. Can't get it past the captain. It's only as far as Caesar. It's back with Cunupia. Lacked a bit of quality in the final third in the opening minutes. And again, this time, attack comes to naught. And Bonval presses forward. Can he keep it in? He's done well. And well, he's saying that he was pushed, and the referee's assistant agrees with that assessment. So it will be a free kick. Well, he's just looking some discomfort, doesn't he? Bonval. He's I'm not sure if he's holding his neck or his eyes, but it
looked like he was grabbed around the neck, almost police arrest style.
He's also lucky to get out of the way of that Kung Fu challenge that came in.
I think he has a couple love marks left behind.
Well, he takes his time to adjust as Benny swings this in, and it's away by Kevin Woodley. Coming back to help his team defend. Eastman pongs this one long into the area, looking for Algaron. Here's Jahim. Che Benny. Oh, he's got the dancing feet. Opens up the park. And well, that's good work from the defensive team. Putting pressure, Stephen Julian. Well, Julian, he looks eager, up for this challenge. Can they find a way through the sea of yellow? Oh, not this time. That's easily cut out. McPhee into Benny, linking up well. Oh, Benny giving the man the wrong address, and well, he found the wrong address with the shot, but certainly entertained the crowd.
It's a good bit of skill there by that match, Benny. He did load up the left foot as we look at it here. Cuts inside, leaves his man for dead, but on the weaker right foot, just couldn't find it past Graham. Needed a little bit of direction.
Looking for Woodley. Does find Woodley. Easily taken away from him. Well, they'll tussle for this one. Kevin Caesar. Helped out by Woodley. Yes, Captain Thomas gets past him. Keon Daniel gets involved. And here's Kevin Caesar. Well, he certainly sliced open the chance for himself like butter. But in the end, some good defending took it away.
He tracked his man all the way through there. That man in the picture, Punanjanan, it's good defensive work. Following all the way through. I think Caesar may have felt he had a step on him there. But he wasn't able to get a shot. Didn't even get a corner out of it. So good defensive play.
Well, they're pressing them high now and, well, illegally as well this time around. But they're not allowing them to build up out of the back. Philip taking no prisoners, as they say. That's a different approach from what we saw in the opening few minutes, where they allowed them to build up in their third. Here's Thomas. Angeron. This time being allowed to build up. And again, it's that man in the far corner. Doesn't allow it to get past him. This is long. And he's appealing for a corner. The referee's assistant says it is. The referee says it isn't. So he's vetoed the decision.
I think he may have had a case there for a corner.
Well, again, they're getting space to build up. Yes, Shea Benny. Well, he's been sizzling since every time he's touched the ball today. And they press forward. Can they find space down the left side? Not this time. It's one back by Benny. Well, he's a national youth football star, Shea Benny. Also played with St. Anthony's College in the SSFL. That's well cut out. Well, he's looking for movement. And couldn't pick out Bonval this time around. Just a bit of quality lacking in the final third of this match. Decent build-up play in the middle. Not finding that killer pass just yet. Shea Benny perhaps carving out the best chance. Well, this could open up here, and it's a shot, and well,
Could be dangerous.
oh, Showtime keeps it alive, and well, you expect better from him, and he just couldn't pin the donkey's tail when presented with the opportunity, but a harmless-looking chance in the end, and it fell to one man you'd expect to hit the target, Kevin Caesar, but not this time.
And when the shot came in, initially nice layoff there by Woodley. And of course, a cracker there by Allen. You thought there, Showtime when they put it in the back of the net, but he was trying to be the server. Just couldn't find the net, Caesar.
Or maybe this time, well, they've won a corner, and again, Allen is creating all sorts of disruption. And well, he's had a tough time. He's done well. He's kept it out, though.
Yeah, he's kept it out, and I thought Caesar maybe could have taken a touch, James, and pick his corner, rushed it a bit, leaning back, always was going to go over the bar. He'd be disappointed in that one.
All hands on deck as the yellow shirts are forced to defend. Che Benny helping out his captain, Sean Thomas and company. Well, the attacks have been rare, Cunupia, but they've certainly opened up the best chance of the match so far inside the 16th minute. Can they do more damage from this corner? Well, did get ahead, but not the direction he was looking for. He's dangerous. Here's Benny. Just seems to be occupying that free role in the middle, Che Benny. Seen him on the right, seen him through the middle. That time operating out of the left. Bonval. Good defending. Here's Keon Daniel. Chance opening up, looking for Woodley. Might have been offside. Oh, that's a good turn from McPhee. And he gets Bonval going down the right-hand side, but his touch in the end too heavy. And the chance comes to North.
I think that sums up the first 15 minutes or so we've seen, James. They're just lacking a little bit of quality, both teams, especially in their respective attacking thirds. You expect to see a little bit more guile and creativity. It's been met with rashness in some occasions, and in some occasions just poor decision making. If both teams can find that quality, certainly would give them the advantage. We've seen some decent midfield play so far. Both teams trying to build and pass the ball around, but is that quality in the attacking third that's eluded both?
Well, here's a man who can produce quality, Trevin Caesar. And this time, pass is cut out. Has won a corner, though. Hasn't quite connected in attack, but he certainly has been lively and created some moments of danger. Played in the USL with Sacramento Republic. He also has 15 caps for the national senior team. He scored 4 goals, Trevin Caesar. Here's another man who's played all over in the MLS with the Philadelphia Union, Keon Daniel. Oh, he's found Woodley, and well, somehow, some way that was kept out. But I think everybody wants to see that again. Hands on the head. Everybody knows that that came very close. Kadeem Graham and Kevon Woodley.
What's a good whipped ball into the box. I did it, that man there. I tell you what, Woodley was not far off at all. I think the goalkeeper was well beaten there. Counting his luck.
Well, it's another chance to whip in a dangerous service. Well, he's found a black shirt and a shot, spinballing around, and this time they get it home. And, well, is the sky blue? Well, Kevon Woodley, he scores. That's what he does. And again, he gets on the score sheet to give Cunupia FC the lead against AC Port of Spain.
Well, it was just sloppy all the way around by AC Port of Spain. They never really cleared their lines. And of course, that allowed for the ball to finally get to that man, Kevon Showtime Woodley. We talked about him leading into this one and how dangerous he is in front of goal. Certainly showed that today. Poor clearance there for Mensah. He initially got a shot blocked. Look how many yellow shirts are just standing around. Nice dink ball by Allen. Good vision. Woodley with the easiest of tasks to tap it into the back of the net with a forehead. Tell you what, he's in red hot form here in this Ascension tournament.
Well, he's 35 years old, and if you can keep up this rate of scoring, you might just get 35 goals in this competition. Two-time club championship winner, Kevon Woodley. Also a TNT Beach Soccer International. One thing that he has done consistently throughout his career is find the back of the net. Cunupia FC lead by 1-0. Here's Woodley. But there's a reason he scores Showtime. He has a bag of tricks. Couldn't pull one out this time, but certainly has won a corner for his team.
I tell you what, he's a situation with the national team, of course, lacking that goal-scoring threat at the international level. You have to wonder if Coach Angus Eve is looking past the age factor with Kevin Showtime Woodley and may insert him into the upcoming Nation League games. He certainly deserved it in what we've seen so far from him. A national call-up, that is.
Kian Daniel again looking for Woodley. This time the goalkeeper intercepts the threat. I think he made a good point though, Brent Sancho. I'm sure his fans won't disagree. Fans of the Ascension tournament wouldn't. Well, can AC Port of Spain respond? Looking for a chance of their own. Well, it's a man. What's the most unusual clearance I've seen in quite a while, but they managed to keep it. Yes, Benny. McPhee. Poon Algaron trying to keep possession. He has done so. Nice link-up play. And perhaps a bit too straight, but Benny.
Oh, I tell you what.
Down, and
I tell you what.
Not interested in that. Referee Jassy. And some sections of the Cunupia bench, you feel that a bit of simulation was involved from Che Benny.
Well, he made a dart and run into the box there. Let's see a little movement of the shirt, James.
Yeah, the hand just came across him there. I don't think there was much to give a call. Brandon Semper, of course, the offending party. Perhaps a bit lucky as well. Can they find Bonval? Well, they have. And this pass is wayward. Cunupia FC looking to add more to the 1-goal advantage that they've got. They've lost it. Here's Benny. Oh, that's a good-looking service, looking for Bonval. And just eluded McPhee. But Bonval keeps it in. Oh, they create something dangerous. Again, just across the area. Cesar clears. Kian Daniel can't get it away. They're knocking. Huffing and puffing. Looking for McPhee, and well, he has a snatch at it. Came much closer to our cameraman than the goalpost.
They're starting to find a little bit of joy now, James. AC Port of Spain team. Little flicks and tricks in the attacking third. Certainly not short of confidence. If they could, of course, turn this little spell of pressure into a goal, I think the coaching staff and all of the AC Port of Spain will be over the moon.
Well, this time the decision goes against them. And Cunupia will have an opportunity to get a breather. Hasn't been under a sort of sorts in the last few minutes. Well, Cunupia has had a decent start in the tournament so far, sitting third position. Tied in 1 point with second place Police, just one behind leaders Terminex Rangers. AC Port of Spain still in search of their first win. Played 4 matches. They've only lost once though. They've gotten 3 draws, just missing something, some sort of ingredient.
Well, of course, what we've seen from them so far, as we see Coach Walt Noriega, of course, pondering his next move. But certainly what we've seen from AC Port of Spain so far would suggest that they have all the ingredients there to win football matches. Just seem to be lacking that little bit of quality in the attacking third. Decision making as well. And we've seen instances where passes could have been threaded through, and instead a shot was taken. And I think in those sorts of situations, it could be the difference between winning 4 games or drawing 3 games.
Well, that's well intercepted. And well, he's gone to
I
ground.
tell you.
in a bad area, and a chance could open up here for Port of Spain. And wow, they came close, but again, couldn't find that bit of quality to hit the far corner.
That is a big, big chance. And I'm sure we'd certainly want that one back. Everything was done right there. McLean should have at least hit the target, James.
Well, Cunupia crying foul. That's the moment where it happened, and Puna Angeron.
He slips it there to McLean. I think that extra touch took him a little bit too wide and made the angle a lot more difficult than it should have been. As we see Coach Defoe, of course, probably asking what's going wrong in the last 5 minutes or so. His team seemed to be up and comfortable, and now AC Port of Spain are certainly in the ascendancy.
Well, here's McLean looking for Bonval. Oh, that's a good
ball.
touch.
That's a good touch.
Oh, just coming closer. They're creating more and more chances, and they might just have gotten a touch because they're saying it's a corner. Kevin Graham doesn't seem to agree.
Well, it's a good ball over the top there. And of course, he would have wanted to hit the target there, Bonval, but nevertheless, it looked like he would have gotten a touch. So good run, get it in behind, blindsided run, behind his defender. And a nice weighted pass over. A good period of pressure here for AC Port of Spain.
Well, if anybody can claw them back in this match, after the destruction caused by that man, Kevin Woodley, would be Chi Benny. His corner this time is flat. We'll have a second opportunity though. How good has this man been for Cunupia? Mensah, the Ghanaian, two-time Ghanaian champion. Mensah for making the move to Trinidad and Tobago. And here's Benny. Oh, that's a dangerous one, and Hall. He got a touch on it, McPhee, but couldn't find the precision. But they're coming closer.
Yeah, certainly getting closer. Did everything right there. Good height, good ball in by Che Benny. Eluding his first man, and just right about there where he got the head on it. May have been slightly mistimed by fractions. They're certainly getting closer.
Oh, Angeron. A dangerous area. 1v1. Oh, he's done well, and he's gone to ground. And, well, he's completing for a foul. I think the foul might have come a bit belatedly. Referee not sold. Here's Woodley. Tough tackle, but he has one corner. So it's a situation like this that they were able to carve out their opening goal, Cunupia FC. And they get another bite. And again, it's that man, Keon Daniel, standing over it. 57 caps for the national senior team of Trinidad and Tobago. Scored 14 goals. Man from Tobago. Can he create a goal-scoring opportunity here? Whoa! Can't get them easier than that. And I'm sure Kevin Woodley would have been hoping he would have been at the end of that instead of the centre-back Mensah, known for his goal-scoring prowess. And that, I guess, will continue.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how he missed that. I know there's a phrase in Trinidad of unscoring a goal. And might that just apply to Mensah's attempt on goal? Certainly the simplest of chances just to tap it in with the head. Well, I think any part of his body, to be fair, James, with the amount of time he had to do it.
Well, to be fair to him, he might just say, well, that's not his job description. Would have exceeded what his job requirements were if he had put it in. Well, Port of Spain make them pay though as we approach the half-hour mark. He's just dancing away, but he can't open up the black seam. But Che Benny can. And, well, that's well cut out in the end from Mensah. Just what he's been paid for. Oh, it's a foot race here. 1-1 by Cunupia. And abruptly lost because of good defending.
He's been quite lively, Alan, on both flanks.
Sure has.
I think what he would like to see from him is more of a finished product at the end of it. He's been obviously very workmanlike in his performance so far. But that finished product, that accurate cross or even a good shot on target, is just to see that a little bit more consistency from him.
Oh, it's a breather. The players will get, albeit a very brief one. Play finally resumes. It's Thomas. And, oh, not well navigated the pass. Easily cut out. Caesar just swapped flanks. It's cross on the left now. Daniel can hold on. Punangaron. Bonval has been very lively today. And, well, he's got it to McPhee with space and time. And what he's appealing for a handball. Referee doesn't think perhaps it's intentional. To look a bit suspicious. This time, Showtime couldn't hang on. Oh, they're just flying in with challenges now as the intensity increases. How about that from the yellow shirts of AC Port of Spain? Oh, that's clever. And has he been taken down again? No call from referee McDonald. Couldn't pick out Woodley. The pace of this game has certainly gone up a notch in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it has. And both teams now have trying to push and get players in behind. Certainly seen from an AC Port of Spain perspective, the midfield runners trying to break lines and get in behind the Cunupia FC rear guard. And we've seen some clever football like this from Cunupia FC. Tempo has raised, you're correct.
Well, the referee's assistant spotting something not quite his liking. And the free kick will be retaken. Oh, that's a reason right there. Kevin Woodley grounded. It's his goal that has Cunupia FC leading by 1-0. His 7th in the competition. Scored a brace last weekend, over the Easter weekend. And, well, he scored a hat-trick before that.
It's just a very difficult proposition for defenders. He's big, he's strong, he has a good turn of speed. Very, very clever. Of course, extremely experienced. And most importantly, James, he can find the back of the net at will.
That's a scary proposition for any defense. Angeron. Oh, that's a good touch of McPhee. Just couldn't make the angle for himself in the end, but he has won a corner.
And that's been the difference in the game. That little speck of quality that is needed to create a chance, to get a shot on target, and of course to put the ball into the back of the net. That's really been missing from AC Port of Spain. Their entry play hasn't been bad. Their build-up play hasn't been bad at all. They're just lacking that little quality necessary.
Well, Chi Benny, Angeron. This time his shot is cut out. Oh, man stays down. And
So Woodley.
yeah, seems in a spot of bother. He's been helping out with the defending quite often, Kevon Woodley. And this time, well, that man will have to come to his rescue as he remained down after the shot. It's a worrying sign every time you see a leading scorer on the ground.
Seems to be a little bit winded. Done very well there to block that shot by Punanjanon. But as I said, if AC Port of Spain can just find that little extra that is needed, I think they could safely see themselves get into the back end. Of course, Coach DeFore probably hoping, like many of the fans of Cunupia FC, that the leading talisman is okay. He looks okay, that's for sure.
Oh, nothing. Some H2O won't fix. Reading an article today. Doctor has been prescribing water, and he believes that it is a miracle cure for many things. Think about it. He said that many medication is taken with water. Maybe water might be the X factor.
Never thought of that one, James. I think it's a team shot. Me look at some water the next time I have a flu or a headache.
Most certainly.
I will certainly give my reports to you. Maybe we need to send it to that doctor.
But it has fixed Kevon Woodley, who is back on the field, albeit with a slight limp. The left of your screen. Well, chance is opening up, and Woodley on par for his second, and he does get his second. Well, when you put them where the sun doesn't shine, you create nightmares for goalkeepers, and that's exactly what he did. It's a nightmare for that guy, as Cunupia FC have taken a 2-0 lead as Kevon Woodley has scored his 8th goal of the competition.
Well, if there was ever a signal sent by a player for a national team call-up, I think it has been sent by that man. Clever through pass there by Daniel. Look at this for a finish. Rootless. Into the roof of the net. Kevon Showtime Woodley, 2-0 to Cunupia.
Well, he's armed and he's dangerous. And, well, you'd need some bodyguards, the goalkeeper. We've seen 2 fly past him. And it has come from the very same man, Kevon Woodley. What a performance from him. 35 years old now, but he shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Is there to be a response from Port of Spain? We'll have to wait. As Cunupia hold on to possession. That's away. Well, you can just feel the music pumping up. They're loving what they're seeing. And, well, of course, never a shortage of support here in La Horquetta. Entertainment always on show.
The Ascension girls in full flight. That's short.
Oh, that's dangerous. Short. And Chevin Caesar could be in. He's gone past him. The touch a bit heavy. He's kept it alive, though. And in the end, the chance has evaporated just as quickly as it has come. And Chevin Caesar, for all his industrious work, he's found goal scoring difficult tonight. Oh, it's been frustrating for him.
But you just feel that that second goal would have deflated any sort of chance that AC Port of Spain would have felt of getting back into this one. It's just almost against the run of play, I would suggest, James. And we thought that AC Port of Spain was starting to get a little bit of a hole in it, certainly in the middle of the park and other areas. And now, all of a sudden, instead of being 1-1, they're 2-0 down.
And just to think that a few moments before that, Woodley was lying on the ground in pain. Well, what a way to stamp your revenge. Yes, Semper looking for Woodley. Flicked on.
Oh, that's a handball, I thought.
And Holder holds on to this chance in the end. And yeah, you're abused for a handball, you're right.
I tell you what, James. If there ever was a call for VAR, it would be this game. That one looked like it was certainly handled in the box.
No, they're lucky. Score remains 2-0 as we enter the final 5 minutes of the first half. Yes, Che Benny just feel that they need something from him. It's well cut out. And it should be easy for the goalkeeper, Kevin Graham. Yes, Caesar. Oh, lost his footing. Lost possession to Bonval. Has he gotten past this man? He has been fouled and he will have an opportunity maybe for Che Benny to whip in something to give them some sort of hope going into the halftime.
Yeah, very unnecessary challenge there. They're going nowhere in terms of a threat. And just gave away a very, very easy free kick.
Well, he's got 6 yellow shirts inside of the area. Have struggled coping with the height of the Cunupia players. And again, headed away. Caesar can't get away. Maybe this time he can. Wow, that's a rugby-type challenge from Unangaran. That would earn him a gift card, courtesy referee Jassy McDonald. There we go. Yellow card for his trouble. It's good that he can still smile about it though, Brent Sancho.
I tell you, he was all intentions and all eyes on the ball. Certainly nothing malicious behind it. But he was late. And of course, when you're talking about heads clashing there and late arrival, the combination is never a good one.
Should be easy for Holder. Everybody seems to be as they were. That's Kieski and Daniel. Oh, he's done well. Man known as Killer, showing some of those skills. And this time he's dispossessed. Here's McPhee. Gets the attention of 3 black shirts, and they've done well. They've won it cleanly, says the referee. Holder is still protesting that he was illegally challenged. Assistant referee very close to him, just a few meters away from him, decided that he saw nothing wrong. Getting back in the match is certainly what's going to be on his mind. And this man will be critical. He's got 4 senior international caps, 21 years old. Did play some club football in Argentina with Banfield Soccer Club. Well, can Bonval carve open something? But he's got to keep hold of possession first. Captain Thomas, Capitani Capitan. tussle with Woodley. They've got to learn you can't make him angry. We saw what happened the last time. They were rugged against him. Just 2 minutes will be added as full time. Has come to its expiry date. 2 additional minutes. Che Benny and company to create something. That's good defending. Been solid, Stephen Julian. A bit fortunate, Daniel. And this time he's cut out. Julian. Mensah. Well, that's good double teaming as Daniel wins it back.
He's offside.
And this time the flag spoils that bit of joy.
Should have held his line. Had no reason to leave that early. Allen enjoying the game so far, having a good spell. I just thought that he could have been a bit more patient, James, and holding off his run a bit.
Inside the final minute of time added on. Is there to be some joy for Port of Spain? Or maybe the other way. Got Chevin Caesar with him.
That's a poor pass. That's a really poor pass.
Heavy pass. Oh, that's good. It's very good. Buenísimo, as they say in Spanish. Caesar offside. He leaves it to run. Space opening up here. And, well, he couldn't find a black shield in a crowd of yellow. Maybe the last chance of the half. Opening up for Port of Spain. Just needs to get it inside the area. And, well, the referee has seen enough. And it's a half-time that brought joy to Cunupia fans in Central for the team from the capital. While they find themselves trailing by 2-0. First half summary.
Well, I think from a Cunupia perspective, of course, they'll be very happy with the 2-0 lead. And more importantly, they haven't played to their optimum best, one would suggest. They certainly seem to have a couple more gears in the locker. That man there is the difference, really, between the two teams. And is the reason why Cunupia is out front.
So Cunupia FC, 2 goals from Kevin Showtime Woodley take a 2-0 lead over AC Port of Spain. We take a break and we come back with first half highlights. Well, it's a party atmosphere here in La Horquetta. I can tell you which fans are celebrating. Just look at the caption on your screen. Cunupia FC leading 2-0 against AC Port of Spain. Let's take a look back at what unfolded in the first 45 minutes. well, that man creating some early chances for AC Port of Spain as they took the bull by the horn. And then a bit of a fumble, and Kevin Woodley opened up a passageway for Chevin Caesar, leaning back and the gravity working against him on that occasion. Scores remaining goalless, and Keon Daniel threatening from the corner, and they would come close there. Somehow, some way that was kept out, but then from the other end, more chances opening up for Cunupia. The ball pinning around, but eventually finding its way to diving to Big Onion, Kevin Woodley, and that's goal number 7 for him in the competition. And then later on, Che Benny, he's been at the heart of everything good for Port of Spain, knocking on some doors. And later on, McPhee getting close with the header as they try to keep themselves alive in the competition. And Woodley, well, he was always a clear and present danger. Mensah, not so much, missing from close range. And Daniel picking the lock for Kevin Woodley, just back on the field. And nobody stopping that. But just as Holder, he couldn't hold it. That was 2-0. Clever to TNT Internationals. And he just hit a bang. Chevin Caesar had a chance. And, well, his touch letting him down. And that's how the cookie crumbled. 2-0, Cunupia over AC Port of Spain. We take a break and come back.
Well, of course, when you look at the stats of the first half, it tells a story. 6 shots each by Cunupia and AC Port of Spain. 4 on target for Cunupia FC, 1 for AC Port of Spain. Equal in the fouls department. Yellow cards 0, red cards 0, of course. Offsides 2 to Cunupia FC. And corners, of course, 5-3, showing the offensive dominance that Cunupia FC has shown so far. 1 save apiece for AC Port of Spain and Cunupia FC.
So it's time to take a look back at some of the match week 4 highlights. And, well, exciting football played in this Ascension tournament. Ascension tournament highlights here in La Horquetta. Police took on Real Westport, and this match promised to be a cracker. Westport in green against the grey of Police, and they would get some luck early on. The foul on Jem Gordon, and the penalty converted by Nanton Gabriel, and that put Police ahead in the 23rd minute of the match. Just a few minutes later, Nanton opening some doors. And when Freitas went down, it was another penalty. Just a few minutes later, look who stepped up, Jabari Mitchell, in the 26th minute, and Police took a 2-0 lead. Was there any chances for Westport? Well, Cameron Purcell, he tried his luck. And from the corner, you get the right touch into the far corner. And 3-0 to Police in the 43rd minute. The centre-back enjoying that moment. More action. Opening up. Jabari Mitchell coming close, huffing and puffing. And on the other end, a chance. But then the big chance came, the deflected one of the post, and Jabari Mitchell said thank you as he gobbled up from close range. And that's how the cookie crumbled. Huffing and puffing. Chances saved. And, well, Fonset having a good night as Police coming away 3-1 winners. Well, Timanex Rangers took on Central Soccer World, the first meeting of these teams in the competition. And the first chance, well, that really forced a big save from the goalkeeper. And then Kadeem Corbin would get the breakthrough in the 22nd minute, squeezing his shot past the goalkeeper. And that made it 1-0. Later on, Central Soccer World would get some fortune, and Kemiel Rivers, well, no fortune about that penalty. No one can get that high into the top corner, and he made it 1-1. More chances opening up, crossbars hit, oohs and ahs, saves. Before this happened, Atula Guerra laid on a platter for him, and the Trini Ronaldinho making it look easy, 2-1 in the 54th minute. And then when you give away balls like that to Isaiah Lee, he's going to hurt you. And that's exactly what he does, getting it past Suarez. And that made it 3-1. Suarez would be called into action time and time again, but he stood like a rock of Gibraltar. And then a giveaway. The goalkeeper, St-Hilaire, the foul. And how about that for a save from Nicholas Dillon? But no stopping Kemiel Rivers. The fullback getting on the score sheet twice. 3-2, close contest. But then the man of the match, Daniel David, would get the redemption in the 80th minute. Just 1 minute later, that made it 4-2. St-Hilaire was called into action later on. But yeah, frustration was the portion of Central Soccer World. But there's also action this weekend at the police barracks. Deportivo Point Fortin versus Central FC. And when the action commenced, Nathaniel Garcia, brother of Levi Garcia, opening the scoring. What a goal that was from him. And then later on, that's a foul, nasty. The referee said he's having none of that. And then from close range, Deportivo would get an equalizer, Luke Phillip. In fact, the second goal made it 2-0. More rough play. Big boy action at the police barracks as 2-0 was the final score. Maruga, winless, came up against Cunupia FC. Rodfin Harris in charge of this one. And well, forced the goalkeeper into some Spider-Man action. And then this man, they can't keep a good scorer down. Kevin Showtime Woodley getting on the score sheet in the 39th minute. Made it 1-0. Oh, that's sure to hurt. That as well. Maruga struggled, and when Showtime got the hand appeal, he got a penalty. And well, he doesn't miss, especially from that range. And he made it 2-0. More action. Gesticulations, and Cunupia FC getting the 2-0 win over Maruga FC. Arima also opened up with some action. Defense force against EC Port of Spain. And the Tetron boys on the score sheet early. National striker Rayon Moore getting on the mark in the 16th minute. He made it 1-0. And then more action. And more goals, maybe. Unselfish this time. And Jamil Bootswing, another TNT international. In the 21st minute, made it 2-0 to the defense force. And they would come knocking. There were some big misses. And it would come back to haunt them. A foul. And Che Benny, futsal star, hitting the mark from close range from the penalty. And he made it 2-1. The rains came, but no more goals as 2-1 was the final bit of action in that match. Defense Force winning over AC Port of Spain. Well, lots of work to be done for AC Port of Spain, who find themselves trailing by 2-0 to that team on the field. Cunupia FC. 2 goals by Kevin Showtime Woodley. That has put them in a 2-0 advantage heading into the second half. Welcome back to our viewers around the Caribbean and Sportsmax. My name is James Saunders. Alongside me, former TNT International Brett Sancho. Lots to do in the second half.
Yeah, certainly a lot to do in the second half for AC Port of Spain. The difference really has been, James, that man, Kevin Showtime Woodley. I'm very sure he's not going to swap colours and go for AC Port of Spain in the second half. But I think certainly for AC Port of Spain, the quality has to be a little bit better in the attacking third. We've seen flashes from Che Benny and, of course, line-breaking runs by Punan Janon. A little bit of skill here and there by McPhee. But then the collective, James, hasn't been good enough from AC Port of Spain. I think that's what's missing really for them. The collective good, the collective quality has just not been good enough.
Certainly. Cunupia has played some beautiful football and got some beautiful goals as well. Lots to ponder for Port of Spain. How do they get themselves back in this match? Can they find a way?
Well, they've seen patches of the game where, particularly in the middle of the park, they were quite good. They've won the ball. They've been, of course, playing on the front foot. But again, I just think that they've let themselves down with some of the decision making, whether to shoot, whether to pass. And of course, that has been the difference really for AC Port of Spain and why they trail right now by 2-0.
Well, there's Kyle Ugaro, the former Northeast Stars youth player with the Ascension Angels. And the team's warming up. Don't forget, from 8 p.m., we've got Deportivo Point Fortin. They're going to be coming up against the home team, Terminex La Horquetta Rangers. Cunupia FC with a 2-goal advantage. Should they go more of the same or maybe, be a bit more conservative?
Well, of course, you would suggest that what they did in the first half may be enough to take them over the line. I think tactically, they would want to set up the same way. They started in a mid-block. They may even try to congest the middle of the park even a bit more as well. But overall, it hasn't been bad for Cunupia. Certainly, at a spur of a moment, that man, Kevin Showtime Woodley, could come to action. But they've bent, James, but they haven't broken.
Well, there will be a change for Cunupia FC. Delon Jagasa will come in for Akilon Murphy. It's initially part of the initial starting lineup, but did start on the bench eventually. A late change, but he has come in. He will come in fact, as the teams finally make their way back onto the field. 45 minutes to play. 45 minutes that the fans hope will be scintillating football action here at the La Horquetta Recreation Ground. And there's your star man, the number 19, the captain for Cunupia FC. 8 goals in the competition, scored 2 so far in this match. Scored 2 in the previous match, and he got a hat-trick before that. Referee Jassy McDonald will lead his contingent out. For these guys, lots to ponder. A halftime team talk from the coach would still be resonating in their head.
Well, you just feel if they start throwing numbers forward, James, it is going to leave them a bit exposed at the back, especially with the kind of form that Woodley's in. And you must mention as well the passing range of Keon Daniel, of course, unlocking the doors for Woodley in the second goal. And Allen has been very industrious. So as much as AC Port of Spain needs a bit more moving forward and also, of course, maybe need to throw some more numbers going forward, they have to be very, very cautious of leaving the back door unlocked.
Lots of work for him and his team. Well, the second half will present all of the magic that football games and the Ascension tournament has provided. We certainly hope it's a cracker. Chassis McDonald, he seems ready. Decent game from the referee so far. And 45 minutes will present to us the winner of this match. And as it stands, Cunupia FC, they're ahead in that race, 2-0. So it's an early throw for the capital team, AC Port of Spain. And it's a corner. Che Benny has looked really good from set pieces. His job is to find one of those yellow shirts in the area. Oh, that's hooked away. Not very far. As Port of Spain hold on to possession. And that's a bit of hope and prayer, according to Mavado. Just not hitting the mark this time. They need them to be on target if they are to overturn this deficit. Not this time, though, from the Port of Spain FC player, Nickel Stevens.
Look like a hybrid of a cross and a shot, if that's possible.
Oh, this one is well intercepted. Oh, that's one that will go in the direction of AC Port of Spain. So another change for AC Port of Spain. Shaquille Edwards is out and Isaiah McLean has come in. So both teams opting to make early second half changes. Yes, Keon Daniel. Thomas, the captain. Oh, they've done well to evade the pressure as they try to push into space. Can't get past the defender. That's good defending from Kadeem Graham. And it's away with Sean Daniel. His fellow Tobagonian, Chavin Caesar.
It's a good, oh, wow.
Showtime was almost away. Well cut out. From the yard of space. Can he pick out a good cross? Not this time. Graham using all of his experience to get there ahead of the attacker. Oh, not a very good clearance from Graham. But Showtime trying to pull out the party tricks. The party pooper on that occasion. Does have a lot of tricks, would be. So we'll see some more as the game progresses. Yes, Pungangaron. Kareem Eastman. Just trying to stretch the field at the moment and find gaps. And just got his reception signal cross there. As kept possession back to Cunupia. Well, they went in search of Woodley and was well cut out. Well, this could open up for Trevin Caesar. And, well, just hasn't been finding the end quality, the man from Lambo Tobago. Keon Daniel. And, well, tried to get the return pass to Caesar. Had his passing lane cut out, and he just gave away possession. Well, the game has lost a bit of its passing quality early in the second half. That man has already seen 2 goals fly past him. Done well to get out of that pressure. And away they come. But Showtime intercepts.
And that's what you want to see from your lead goal scorer, from your captain, leading from up top. He's put in quite a shift defensively. He talked about, of course, scoring the second goal, and as you rightly mentioned, James, he's on the floor riding in pain from throwing his body in front of a shot that was going on target for AC Port of Spain. If that's not leadership, I'm not sure what is.
He's taking good care of himself. 35 years old, Kevin Woodley. Yet still he has the energy of a teenager.
Must be the salt water in Tobago, James. I think I've found my retirement spot, Tobago.
El Dorado.
Fountain of Youth somewhere there.
Well, they just can't seem to get out of their own half at the moment, Port of Spain. At least without giving possession back to Cunupia. Caesar. Keon Daniel, that's good strength from Daniel. And a good pass as well. Could open doors.
Oh, I tell you what.
Well, the tackle seemed two-footed. Well, referee McDonnell never bat an eye. And he looks as nonchalant as ever. It's a fair game, I suppose. Yes, Kevin Woodley. So far, he has been the star of the show. His 2 goals have Cunupia leading. It could be more opening up. Daniel. This time it's magic feet, not getting him past the defender. Chase could be on the other end.
That's a foul.
So AC Port of Spain, they finally get into a dangerous position. Just might hear the sound of an airplane passing by. We're very close to the Piarco International Airport.
There it is again there, James. Look like an Airbus, a 747 type of challenge there. Certainly flying into his opponent.
Can this man, Che Benny, inspire his team to get on the score sheet?
Oh,
well, he
that's
has.
it.
But found a hole just where it was needed. And you do need inspiration from your most senior players, and Che Benny certainly provided that, as AC Port of Spain have found their way back on the score sheet, just as the doctor ordered.
Well, wasn't it one of his best efforts, but it was certainly, seemingly, of course, assisted by, I would suggest, a combination of calamity. I'm not sure if he was missighted there, Graham, but or if a touch may have happened from a defender in front of him, but it certainly now brought this game back to life for AC Port of Spain.
Well, who said it's difficult for the camel to tread the eye of a needle? Didn't see that shot.
That's a good ball there across the face of the goal. And again, the pendulum is swinging here, James.
Yeah, certainly an exploratory ball. Fortunately, couldn't find any contact that it needed, but it certainly probed and asked questions of the defense. Some might even ask questions of him, Kevin Graham, about that last goal. So after 10 minutes of second half action, AC Port of Spain are right back in it. Can they get more? Well, more tension might be needed here. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's back on his feet. Sadim Graham certainly asking questions of the official. He seems to think that he was wronged somewhere in the process. Referee McDonald, of course, sharing a different opinion altogether. Well, more changes are being lined up. And the Cunupia will hope to change things up. And Rolf Felix would make his way onto the field. And so too will Josiah Daniel, who will replace Chevin Caesar. So Quincy Allen has come out and Rolf Felix has gone in. And Chevin Caesar has seen the end of his evening as Josiah Daniel comes in. So they've gone for more offensive options.
Looks like a like-for-like change, really, James. I think they may have felt they were giving up a lot of real estate to AC Port of Spain, who duly obliged and have brought themselves back into it. And certainly have their tails up. So I think that change really is possibly stymie the attacks that have been coming out from the AC Port of Spain.
Well, in search of some more insurance, easily cut out by Port of Spain. Oh, that's a dangerous pass in a bad area. And he's a bit fortunate.
Very fortunate, James. I wondered what was the reason behind such a dangerous pass.
Did well to get his body in front of the encroaching attacker. Or else he might have been talking about a different story altogether. Spoon Angeron. Oh, that's clever. Chi Benny. And well, had to be taken down. Did half open a large chunk of space in the middle of the park there. Well, it was from a set piece that they got themselves back in the contest. Can a set piece do it again? Here comes Shea Benny.
That's a good ball.
And Graham had to be alert, and alert he was. It's a throw. Well, they're certainly asking questions now, AC Port of Spain. Can they find solutions? Looking to stretch the field. Oh, he's lost it in a bad area, and the break could be on now for Cunupia. Got bodies piling forward. Couldn't find the important one of the captain, Woodley. So we're just approaching the hour mark in this match. 2-1, Cunupia FC lead AC Port of Spain. 30 minutes to go. And I dare say that we might not see the end of this match so far. Still a lot of football to be played. More opportunities perhaps will be carved out in this match.
Well, it's been interesting looking into this second half. We talked a little bit of what AC Port of Spain needs to do to get back into it. I think a lot of it is down to what Cunupia FC hasn't been doing. And they've certainly dropped the intensity that we saw in the first half. and they've allowed AC Port of Spain, more importantly, a lot of real estate and a lot of time on the football. It has really changed the course of this one so far.
Keon Daniel, the former TNT international, take the set piece while swung in. And he will have another opportunity from a corner. So it's round 2 for Daniel. He's a well-known set piece specialist. Has scored quite a few free kicks and set pieces in his career. Can he pick out a black shirt? Too long for anybody this time. Oh, that's good defending. No room in the end to get a cross in.
If you look at the way Cunupia FC is set up, they're still throwing a lot of numbers forward, despite the fact that they're up 2-1. Thought they would have tried to solidify things a little bit more, maybe add an extra body or two in the middle of the park, but they've gone for an offensive, aggressive approach.
Well, they'll have to defend here. And, well, final touch, too long in the end. And Graham will be the sigh of relief. Perhaps they're still not comfortable looking for that insurance item, Cunupia. Well, that's a substitute. He's coming, Josiah Daniel. Expectation is that he can find them that bit of insurance. There's Punganga on. Too long, maybe. Should be easy for Graham.
Wasn't a bad idea with the execution. Let him know just slightly. He's had a solid game in the middle of the park for AC Port of Spain. Punanjanon. Both him and Che Benny combined quite well.
Well, he did make his national cap. Terry Phoenix, national football team. Well, a chance could open up here.
That's good skill. Excellent skill.
Well, almost cheekily snuck in at the first post. Holder held on. Four appearances for the player in Trinidad and Tobago colors, Punangarana. He's back home now. Did have a spell in Argentina. Some would have hoped that he might have stayed there longer, but he's back here in Trinidad and Tobago, looking to reset his football career. Still a very young guy. Just like that man, Che Benny. Well, Benny does come from some good footballing stock in Trinidad and Tobago. His cousin, Marvin Joseph, former national youth player, professional player. Also Lorne Joseph, family to him. While his uncle, famously known as Sheriff Lobo.
Yeah. Lobo of Belmont. Couple streets down from me.
Yeah, you grew up in Belmont, didn't you?
Yeah, right down the street. And of course, that man who's doing so well in India as well.
Marcus Joseph.
Marcus Joseph, part of the bloodline.
He did score yesterday, Marcus Joseph. I think 11 goals so far this season for Marcus Joseph playing in India.
Certainly a talented bloodline, as we can see Woodley there. It's just a dangerous high booth by Keon. Of course, Woodley milking every minute of it. Certainly going to try and will his team over the line. You do feel, however, James, that he's going to have a say somehow or somewhere.
He always does. Well, space has opened up here for Port of Spain. And, wow, it's unfortunate there. One just bubbled up. Here is Kevon Woodley. Oh, he's gone past the one. That's good defending. A toe taking it away from him. Very open look about this game at the moment. Oh, happy found some space here.
Oh.
Just the wrong decision, maybe. Allowed it to run across his body when perhaps he had taken it. Would have had some space to get up a shot.
It was a glorious pass there. Just needed McPhee to have a touch and probably place it into the back of the net. Instead, the ball trickled over his leg. That's a big chance there for AC Port of Spain. And he went a begging.
When your chances are few, you've got to make the use of every opportunity. Not this time from McPhee and company. Well, we could be looking at some more changes. Lots of activity happening on the sidelines for AC Port of Spain. Maybe changes in the scoreline as Woodley tries to get rid of the attention around him. Not successful this time. Oh, this could fall nicely here. Good defending, sending the attacker out wide. Well, they're opening up some space now.
That's not the right choice.
Yeah, quality just lacking in the final product there from Sadil McLean. Oh, just as suggested, changes are afoot. And in comes Elijah Nunez, and out goes Kareem Eastman. So Kareem Eastman sees the end of his evening. And Nikel Stevens will say au revoir. And in comes Jabari Raphael. So two changes for AC Port of Spain.
Looks like a tactical move. James going to a 3-back system. Of course, meaning that they're now going with 2 up front.
Well, the substitute can't get involved early. Graham just running out of space. And it's back with Port of Spain. Momentum is shifting somewhat. He can't whip them across the park, can he? That's a good pass from
Good touch.
Angaron, a good touch as well. Woodley. And didn't do enough to keep it in. Just a shift in momentum in the match so far. DC Port of Spain perhaps enjoying the better fluency of the teams at the moment.
Well, they're certainly given the space to do it. They've dropped very, very deep, Cunupia FC. They've almost gone into putting up a black wall in front of the 18-yard box.
Oh, this is good. And he keep it in though. He has. Shea Benny. Got the attention of Woodley, who is defending just at the edge of his area. Just to highlight the point made by Brent Sancho. How deep they're defending.
Like that. Yes. Sharp on the
No, can they push forward now? Is Daniel. Can't get past the defender. Don't forget, our second match features Timanex La Horquetta Rangers against Deportivo Point Fortin. 20 minutes remaining in this one. Chance could open up here, and well, might have been seeing things. I'm not quite sure who he was aiming at. There's nobody inside the area.
Oh, that's late.
That's
And that's
heavy.
naughty.
Wow, he's been a good boy for Cunupia. Well, in this instance, he goes to the naughty corner and gets this just reward, a yellow card from the referee.
Well, it was a very, very late challenge here. I tell you, he's lucky that it was not an extra color outside of the yellow. And you are a bit worried if you are a Cunupia FC fan, if you're seeing Kevin Woodley making challenges in his own half. That's not where you want him. You want him high up the park. And again, I say, they're dropping very, very deep. Still a lot of time in this one, James, and if they are dropping that deep so early, it never turns out well, does it really? A bit of handbags there on the field. Argy-bargy.
Oh, they'll be hoping it turns out well for Cedile McLean, who is still receiving treatment. And Atula Guerra, he'd be hoping to make a mark later on for Timanex Rangers. Well, lots to see by both teams. And good sign that man McLean is back on his feet. Did take a while, took a rest after heavy challenge.
The referee is having a bit of a deep, I guess, search as to who the protagonist in the little flare up that we saw a little while ago.
Yeah, Graham has been going at it all evening, and Isaiah McLean, perhaps related to the other McLean, saying, hey guys, gotta play fair. Yes, Benny.
Good ball.
Away by Woodley, who's found himself doing a lot of defending in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm certainly not a fan of how deep Cunupia is dropping, James. I still think that there's a lot of time left in this one.
Well, this is good. And, well, just too high to trouble Graham, but certainly ringing some alarm bells. And it's that man McPhee getting on the end of it. Graham is saying he always had it covered. We approach the final 15 minutes of the match. Is there to be more drama? Maybe here. And Holder is quick. Daniel. Yes, Benny. The key on Daniel. And well, the referee is saying, "You're big boys, deal with it." Che Benny's not happy. Yeah, Daniel looks like, well, Nick says, as calm as he'd like. Just came off a reef tour. Well, the invention was nice, but the run was offside.
I think this is where the experience of the likes of Daniel and Woodley in particular, in terms of match management, and a showing that EC Port of Spain doesn't catch any sparks that could turn into flames. This is where they have to be. This is where they have to be good, James. Ball retention, and that's not good enough. They've spent some time defending. They need to possess it a little bit.
I'll tell you what, the ground is certainly filling up. And, well, the fans who've been here early have witnessed 3 goals. There's a sighting of Ross Russell to the left of your picture in the blue T-shirt, together with Curtis Gonzalez. Ross Russell, of course, the TNT former international goalkeeper and father of Ross Russell Jr., who plays with Terminix Larkita Rangers. One of my heroes, I can tell you, growing up as a young goalkeeper. And, well, they've been entertained, haven't they?
The cross-section of food and beverage, good entertainment. And, of course, there's this beautiful thing on the green pitch called football. Can't go wrong here in the Horquetta. Good value for money. Place to be on a Friday night.
He's been hustled, but he kept possession well. McPhee gets a head on it.
So that was late, James.
Yeah, and we have seen some rough challenges, and some might say that EC Port of Spain might have come out worse than the end of many of them. But it's smaller in terms of size of the players. Certainly felt the brunt of some of Cunupia's adrenaline.
I like that. Time it.
Oh, he's a big boy.
It's always 4. Come on, guys. Come on.
Well, here's the captain, Sion Thomas. And they have won a corner. But I just feel that Shea Benny gets closer and closer with every kick that he takes. Ross Russell, former TNT international goalkeeper. Curtis Gonzalez in the red. And this stays alive for Port of Spain. Can they get a shot? And wow, Showtime just happened to be in the way of that one.
There are some appeals to handball as well, James.
They're living dangerously. And they're coming closer. They're creating the danger.
We know what happened the last time he blocked a shot. He went up in the other end and scored. Good control there. And a blast there. Seems like it came off the hand. Can Likeness strike twice?
Oh, here we go. Woodley sending Kean Daniel on a run. He's got options. Can he pick it out? Oh, just cut out. That's good defending. Maybe some might feel the pass could have come a bit earlier. He's not happy. Perhaps felt that he was left all alone with 3 Cunupia players. It's a corner, which Kean Daniel will take his time to put in position. Has been around Kean Daniel, played with the Philadelphia Union in the MLS, Puerto Rico Islanders in the USL, as well as having a stint in Poland. 57 caps for the senior national team.
It's a good ball.
Oh, found Woodley. This time, not hitting the mark, and this time it's somehow kept out. And, well, Holder just knows it came to him eventually, but knew nothing about it earlier. Could there be more chances for Cunupia? Oh, he's found some space for himself. A good service needed.
He's got to deliver. He's got to deliver there, James. He's created enough space to get the ball into the box. I'm not sure what that extra chop was. Here it is again, the corner kick. Woodley originally. A bit of ping pong in the middle of the box. Chagasa with the shot. That could have easily ended up in the back of the net. They really struggled tonight, AC Port of Spain, with corners and set plays coming into the box.
They certainly have. 14-8. Have a bit of traffic in between the goalkeeper and that shot. Well, it's opened up here. Is that a handball? No. Here's Daniel. Can he get some space? Oh, that's good defending from Nunez. Substitute to substitute. He is kept alive though. Deflected off his own player.
Oh, that's late. That is late.
And it's from behind as well. So more greeting cards will be handed out of the yellow variety. Here you go. Thank you for coming.
It's a very late tackle from behind there. I've always said to my forwards, leave the tackle into defenders. And Woodley, of course, have shown that. As well as that man there, Daniel.
Two attackers.
Two attackers, 2 yellow cards, 2 bad challenges.
Yes, Keon Daniel in search of some insurance for Cunupia FC.
That's experience playing.
Yeah, running the clock down. Well, he looks a bit winded. Pungangaran, he's been a hard-working servant for Port of Spain.
Yeah, he's certainly putting a shift. Both sides of the coin. Offensively and defensively.
Well, Daniel is certainly going to take his time here. Well, the race is on to the other end, and
that's a good tackle.
Very good defending. He's been good all evening. Oh, that's clever.
Skill.
Shot opening up, and he just tossed his body on the line. Still open.
That's
a hat trick.
That is different class.
Wow. I tell you, you don't learn those things in school, but it is certainly class of the highest variety. And kept on Showtime Woodley, like he did 2 weeks earlier. He's gotten another hat trick, and it has hurt AC Port of Spain. 3-1.
Well, you talk about making a statement when it matters. And that man there pushing up 3 fingers to account for the 3 goals that he's had here tonight. That is just a different level. Great composure and an excellent finish there. And of course,
well, he certainly has gotten our Sportsmax app moment. Kevon Woodley, the second. Good shot opening up. Good awareness from Woodley. And look at that. Good technique at the end of it all. He's got the gun fingers up, but it's his boot that did the talking tonight. 3 goals. That one. Number 3.
I think that's the pick of the 3 for me, James. I don't think our viewers understand the difficulty that comes with that type of skill. Glides it into the net. I know I've mentioned passingly about his possible national team selection, but I am going to make a firm statement and believe that he should be part of it. That was an absolute peach of a goal. 35-0. Age is nothing but a number, James.
Well, that statement has been proven fact by Woodley. Oh, yeah, it's the skill, the party tricks. Kevon Woodley. He's turning them up now.
Is it too late to change our Sportsmax app moment? That was a thing of beauty there.
Wow, Nuna showed some skill of his own. Not to be upended. But Port of Spain seem to think they're still alive. And, well, this time, their party was ended early. Kudos to them for not giving up. Certainly seemed to have the stuffing knocked out of them after the third goal from Woodley. Prior to that, they seemed very much in the match.
He's an entertainer, isn't he? Kevin Showtime Woodley. That's what people pay big bucks to come and see.
Well, I do remember he played in the inaugural domestic beach soccer competition, an international beach soccer competition. You were captain of that team, Brent Sancho.
Yes. We were very fortunate to have Woodley in our team. The main reason why we won the tournament. Of course, we had James as well as part of the team.
Yeah,
I think we were just viewers in the Woodley show.
Yeah,
The
certainly.
beach soccer. As we see, take another look there. Daniel kicking very late through on his man there. But at 35 years young and still showing the type of goal scoring prowess that he is, you really have to take the hat off to the man. And of course, in the same time, putting in a show, tricks, flicks, and all that comes with it.
Oh, that rabbit was wrong when he said tricks are for kids. He's got lots of them.
What he has been is decisive, and that's where you have to give the man credit. He has won football games for his team. Tonight, the difference in the two teams is that man, Kevin Showtime Woodley. He's been the difference, not just the fact that he scored those 3 goals, but the fact that he's been able to do it. The goals are of the highest measure, and you really have to give him all the plaudits.
No arguments there. A man from Tobago. Tobago certainly has produced a plethora of top talent that has represented the national team. We saw Chevin Caesar earlier on. Keon Daniel, also coming from the sister isle. And of course, the most famous export, Dwight Eversley York, man from Bon Accord. Well, there's a chance to perhaps get some more. Yes, Keon Daniel just called his name. Couldn't find Woodley that time. Think of Tobago, you also think of the current national captain, Karen Forbes, and goalkeeper Kamika Forbes in the women's team.
Of course, Sid Gray out of Roxborough.
Yeah, World Cup player. And he fashioned something here. Yes, Chibeni.
Oh, I tell you.
Gone to ground and, well, he's furious that no whistle came. Thought he did enough there, Chibeni. Not enough on that chance. I tell you, growing popularity. I think it was at the CONCACAF futsal tournament where he scored a goal from the opposite end of the field, Chibeni.
He's showing some touches here tonight. Certainly been the pick of the litter as it comes to AZ Port of Spain. Eventually threads through here. Is there a tug? Ever so slight, James. Ever so slight. I think our referee, Jassy, may have gotten that one correct. Seems like he was always going down.
Into the final minute of regulation time. Did well there, Woodley. Kept it alive. Finding Daniel. Daniel to Daniel.
Oh, wrong decision. He could have gone the other way.
Woodley, this time,
ball.
tried to be a service provider. But I just feel as if the writing is on the wall for AC Port of Spain. Yet to get 3 points in this competition.
Well, they've scored at the right time, haven't they? In the first half when AC Port of Spain was certainly showing signs of getting back into the game. Of course, they scored. And then in the second half again, James, when AC Sport Spain seem to be getting into things, looking like they can get an equalizer. That man, Kevin Showtime Woodley, showed up again. It's hard to dispute that he is our man of the match. Might even go into a debate. You normally have a better eye than I do.
Yeah, no debates there. Well, they'll make a change because they've got 5 additional minutes. Malik Myers comes out and Charles comes in. Saeed Charles. So less than 5 minutes to be a hometown hero, if you were. It's going to be a tough ask, though. Benny. That one is cut out. Here's Woodley. Clever touch from Woodley. Oh, that's clever. It's from Daniel. Space opening up now. And this time, the official's flag signals offside. Can they still make something happen? Yellow shirts certainly haven't lost that belief. Can they find the quality? Maybe here. Oh,
It's good skill.
That's good. Well cut out. Maybe this time. And well, it was certainly worth the effort. The execution, however, not as good as the initial thought in his mind.
That's really been the difference tonight, hasn't it? The execution at the other end, the Cunupia end, has been better. And that's why they're 3 goals to 1 up. And it's really down to that man.
Here's Chi Benny. Boys almost picked the lock and just floated over the head of the player on the far side, Jabari Raphael. Just summed up the evening for the capital team.
Yeah, and I think when Coach Walt Noriega looks back at this one, his team collectively just didn't have the quality at the end, and I think that's the difference. They've found themselves in good situations, they've played themselves into some good situations, but they just didn't have that end product that would have seen them over the line.
They're a young club. Walt Noriega taking over the head coach role. Of course, Gilbert Bato, part of national captain Sheldon Bato, also part of the technical staff. And you might notice that one face missing, Keith Jeffries, of course, who has moved on to coach Turks and Caicos. He's been recently named as the head coach of the Turks and Caicos national team. So they've got some quality in the dugout, and it's a young group of players. Keith Jeffries missing from this match. He's been part of the Cunupia dugout so far in this tournament, but he's moved on to greener pastures. Into the final minute of time added on. And Keon Daniel could be away. Is he legal? Wow, this should be easy for the substitute, Josiah Daniel. And, well, you got many examples earlier from Kevin Showtime Woodley. And the student, well, he gets a high five from the master as he puts the game out of reach. 4-1 to Cunupia.
Yeah, this was just the icing on the cake. How unselfish is that by the veteran Keon Daniel? Of course, giving it to his namesake, Josiah Daniel. Maybe a family affair, doesn't matter anyway. 4 goals to 1 to Cunupia FC, and you would have to suggest, James, that's all she wrote.
Yep, can't see her, but I'm sure a fat lady is singing somewhere. Or maybe it isn't over. Maybe there could be more drama. Punangaron. Here's the singing of the referee's whistle to signal the end of what has been an entertaining match. A high-tempered one, but certainly not lacking in entertainment. 5 goals scored in front of the fans in Horquetta. Unfortunately for the team in yellow, that man was responsible for 3 of them. Kevin Showtime Woodley getting a hat-trick, taking his tournament tally to 9 after 5 matches, certainly making a claim for national selection. But at the end of an entertaining evening, it is Cunupia FC who walk away 4-1 winners over AC Port of Spain. Very soon we will have the match highlights, and we will hear from the coaches and our star player or man of the match. Don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock, we've got Terminex Rangers against Deportivo. Che Benny did come early, first chance. And then Cunupia FC, they huffed and puffed. Woodley picking up on the mistake from Holder, but Kevin Caesar couldn't capitalize. They would show better quality later on. Keon Daniel, this one into the area, and coming very close. Holder had to be good, so to the upright. And from the opposite end, this is where the goal developed, kept alive, and who's there? Showtime Woodley. And that was the first of his 3 in the evening. On the opposite end, Che Benny tried to make some magic happen on his own. Not to be on that occasion. And on the opposite end, McPhee. He knocked. No one would let him in as that one flew wide. Still 1-0. When Showtime got involved, and Mensa had an opportunity to be a goal scorer. Central defender, Ghanaian, not hitting the mark. And then Daniel. Clever ball into Woodley. You don't expect him to miss from there. Oh, so sweet, the joy of that ball hitting the net. But how was that pass from Daniel? Influential in this match. And this is the influencer himself, Woodley. 2-1. Trevin Caesar had a chance to get on the score sheet around the goalkeeper, but not around the defender. Halftime, it remained 2-1 until Che Benny did that. Parted the Black Sea, found the way past Graham, and he put them back in the match, making it 2-1. Was here to be more from the former St. Anthony's man. Punangaron, a national talent, couldn't get away past Graham. And some pinball, and Graham in the end, or Holder in the end, just happy that it ends up in his hand. And then the moments of pure quality, or Sportsmax app moment, Showtime Woodley. Certainly pulling out the party tricks with quality. Quality strike from him, getting his hat trick. Good awareness, and just downright good technique from Woodley. That's number 3 for him, 3-1. And then Murder, she wrote, Keon Daniel, setting it on a plate for his namesake, Josiah Daniel. As easy as you'd like. The easiest goal you're ever going to get. And he made it 4-1. And an uncomfortable evening came to an end for AC Port of Spain, losing 4-1 to Cunupia FC. Brent Sancho is standing by with that man who scored 3 goals, Kevin Woodley.
Well, I'm joined here by the MVP of today's game, Kevin Showtime Woodley. Kevin, another hat-trick. A hat-trick last week, a hat-trick this week. 35 years of young. How do you feel?
Yeah, well, 35 years old, out in Europe, 35 years old. Daniel Alves, also Cristiano Ronaldo score goals. So the age don't matter. But
certainly age doesn't matter. 3 goals. And then how important is tonight's victory for your team? And, of course, your chances of catching leaders. Now you've leapfrogged, of course, Terminex Horquetta Rangers. How good the result tonight is for your chances of winning the title?
Yeah, well, we tonight the leading team also playing tonight. So we play the first game. So the first game we put a little pressure on the team. So we go on top of them. So it's a plus to win. It's up to them now to get 3 points now. We did the work already.
Well, of course, handing over the trophy for you for MVP, man of the match.
Yeah, man.
And as well, Kevin Woodley is our Campari player of the week. $500 to the good. Kevin Woodley, of course, tremendous, of course, performance today. And congratulations, Kevin Woodley, on your performance. Of course, I'm now joined by AC Port of Spain head coach Bato. Of course, Coach Bato, disappointing result?
Somewhat. Credit to the Cunupia team. They played well. I think everybody know that goals win matches. And I think we gave away a few chances at the goal and then some unforced errors.
Well, the score went to 2-1. You felt that AC Port of Spain was in the ascendancy. And of course, that man, Kevin Showtime Woodley, showed up and put the game out of reach. Where do you think things went wrong for your team in the second half?
I think in the second half, we didn't stick to the game plan. We didn't have a bad first half. And we were supposed to build on that going into the second half, but it didn't happen. And that is how we should put it. That's sports on the whole.
Well, of course, unfortunate result tonight, but best of luck in the rest of the tournament and for you and your chances.
Thank you very much.
Pass it back over to James.
Who got our Campari man of the match, $500. And, well, wonder what he'll be spending that tonight. Maybe celebrating somewhere. At the end of the tournament, if he can keep up that form, he might just be the Campari man of the tournament who will walk away with $5,000. So we thank our Campari for giving it up to them. So coming up, we've got Terminex Lockers Rangers. They're going to be coming up against Deportivo Point Fortin. We take a pause, and when we come back, more football action. 4-0, Cunupia, 4-1, Cunupia FC over AC Port of Spain.